Hello everyone, thank you for coming today. I teach Buddhism and I learn in purelandschool.com. So Buddhism is very deep and wonderful, and I do these videos in order to share some of the teachings, or maybe all of the teachings. I don't know if I can. So today I want to talk about this parable, because Shakyamuni Buddha, the Buddha on earth, he taught through many parables as well, and one of those is this one, the parable on the true nature of human existence, or the true nature of human beings. So before I explain this and I talk about this parable, I want you to know that if you go to YouTube, you can check Happy Buddhism, and it has a rainbow like that one, and you can find this channel on YouTube. And this channel is also made from us, from purelandschool.com, and there are many parables there. So it would be a very good idea if you want to learn more about Buddhism, if you could go there, maybe you subscribe, I don't know, and check some of the videos. So actually there is a video there explaining this parable, but not the explanation or the meanings in the parable. You get it? So today I would like to, if I have enough time, I forgot to set up the whatever. So I want to explain about this. So first I have to tell the parable like it is, and then if I have time I will explain the meaning of the parable. So what's the parable like? So we have a traveler on a path walking. So we have a traveler. He's walking, or she is walking, in an autumn evening. Okay? And then that person, whether he or she, finds human bones, or white objects actually, and then that person picks them up and see these are human bones. These white objects are actually human bones. So that person is afraid now. He's like, why is this here? And then that person, the traveler, hears like, you know, and that's the sound of a tiger. So that's the tiger. And suddenly the tiger can be seen. So the traveler is very, very afraid. So the traveler starts running, trying to escape the tiger. And the traveler finds a pine tree. A pine tree. He knows that he can not escape or outrun the tiger by climbing up the tree, because he knows, or she knows, that the tiger can also climb, and maybe better than humans. So that's no escape, that's no solution. So that's the pine tree. But the traveler also sees that there is a vine hanging from one of the branches in the tree, the pine tree. So and there is also a cliff. So there is like no escape. So he jumps into this vine and starts hanging from the vine in order to escape, in a desperate way to escape the tiger for now, right? Apparently there is no actually a solution, but now he's safe from the tiger. So we have the traveler, autumn evening, human bones, the tiger, pine tree, the vine. He's hanging now from the vine. And he also sees that there is a bottomless sea. There is a sea down there, but this sea is bottomless. The bottomless sea. And it is very like aggressive sea. It's not like a peaceful sea. You know, it's not something you want to fall into. So that's the bottomless sea. And then there are 3 dragons. These 3 dragons are blue, red, and black. 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. So he sees there are also not only these furious or this aggressive sea, he also sees there are 3 dragons waiting for him to fall. That kind of a situation. So, and then he looks up while hanging from this vine and looking at the tiger, who is very hungry and waiting for him to like climb up again to eat him or something. So he's there checking what to do. He looks up and he sees 2 mice, and they are gnawing, they are biting the vine. So that's a very horrifying thing to realize. These two mice are one white and one black. So I draw this. We have the tiger, the pine tree, the vine, the 2 mice, the traveler, the 3 dragons, bottomless sea. And these drops here are the 5 drops of honey. 5 drops of honey. This, because after he realizes that there are 2 mice eating this vine, that means at some point this vine will be cut off and he will fall. And he also sees that there are 5 drops of honey falling from this, the things that bees create. How do you call that? From the honey bee. Something. I don't know, I'm not native in English. So he's distracted now from this. Originally he was very afraid of the tiger and the 2 mice and the bottomless sea and the 3 dragons. But because of the honey, that he realized that there were drops of honey falling, and he was starting to get hungry hanging there, he started to, get honey from that. And he's completely distracted by the honey. So you could say he's foolish, but he represents all human beings. So now I would start explaining the meaning of this in a roughly way. So the traveler represents all human beings. He's walking in the autumn evening, because before winter we have autumn, and it's already pretty cold. So it's like a transition between summer, where everything is alive and very lively, very full of life and stuff. Like all animals are moving, summer. And then in winter everything is chill, like cold, no much activity. So the transition between these two, there is autumn. So he's walking in an autumn evening. So this represents, because winter would be afterlife. So life could be summer, afterlife could be winter, and transition, or before knowing that, like realizing before life ends and and afterlife starts, that would be autumn in a way, or an autumn evening. Like you start to feel winter somehow, like start to get older, or things like that. That's why it's autumn evening. He realized there are white objects, right? And these white objects are human bones. So here he realizes about the impermanence, that's the word in Buddhism, or death of other people. He realizes that life is not forever. He realizes that other people are dying, and he finds this by finding these white objects, which are human bones. So he's like, wow, why people are dying here? I don't know. And then he sees the tiger. The tiger represents the wind of impermanence in Buddhism. This is the same as death. The tiger represents death as a certain thing that's going to happen. So he sees the tiger. He realized that he's in that same situation that other travelers before, other human beings were. So he realizes that he could be the next to die by this, eaten by this tiger. So he's trying to escape the tiger. He, like all human beings, we try to escape death, right? And he finds this pine tree. The pine tree represents things that we want to nurture in this life, that we appreciate, like our status, money, family, friends. Whatever we find precious, that we want to nurture. Some people may have big pine trees and some other small pine trees, or different, and they can nurture different kinds of pine trees. Like some people will be more focused on their careers, for example, or the professional life. Other people may be more focused on family. I don't know. But the pine tree, he knows the pine tree will not save him from death or from the tiger, no matter how tall or how, how good he is by climbing this pine tree. The vine, when he finds the vine and he is hanging from the vine, represents lifespan. So he doesn't know how long this vine will resist, because these two mice, white and black, are eating this, are biting, are gnawing this vine. And these mice represent day and night. So they are eating this by turns. So that means that every day and every night we are getting closer and closer to the moment where this vine or this lifespan is cut off and our time, or our life, this life, ends. So that could happen at any time. We don't know when it's going to happen. So the traveler is looking up, trying to see how good is this vine or how long could it resist, but he cannot know because the two mice are eating this. Day and night, we are getting closer to death. The bottomless sea represents the world after death, the afterlife, which is also a world of suffering. We are also suffering in this life because of the 8 sufferings that I talked about before. You can check those videos if you haven't. The next world is also a world of suffering, even worse, but that's something I don't want to talk about today. I just want to explain this parable. So it is a world of even more suffering than this one, much more. That's this rough, violent sea. And the 3 dragons are our 3 more important blind passions called in Buddhism. And these are anger, that's what, blue, red, and black. Blue is desire, red is anger, and black is ignorance. This is quite technical in Buddhism, but I have explained before about the 3 poisonous dragons, or these 3 blind passions from the 108 blind passions. So it's desire make us suffer, pretty much, torment us, and anger also, and ignorance or envy, jealousy, all of that also make us suffer. So because we have these things tormenting us, taking away our peace of mind. I explained the 2 mice, and the 5 drops of honey are the 5 major desires that we have, like desire for fame or status, to be someone and be recognized by someone or some group of people, to be recognized at work or family members, to have a name and all that. That's desire for fame, called in Buddhism. It doesn't mean to be super famous, it's just to be recognized. Another of the 5 also, desire for sex, that's universal too. Desire for food, but this means to have delicious food and drinks. Desire for money, we want to have more and more money, even though we cannot take anything to the next world or the next life. And desire for sleep, we are lazy, we want to have things easy, we don't want to struggle, or we don't want to make so much efforts. That's our true nature. And we are distracted by these 5 drops of honey, or these 5 kinds of desire, instead of looking at what will happen to us and thinking how to solve the problem of the afterlife, which is all about Buddhism. When we find the truth, or we are enlightened, when we find enlightenment, we solve that problem. And that's the purpose for teaching and learning Buddhism. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.